So in this example of C++ coding, we're going to look at an easy way to be able to handle the errors that the user gives us. Sometimes when we want an integer value to be a number and they give us a value that's something else like a character, they don't know what they're doing. So here we're going to do that in C++ code. I'm just using Sublime Text 3, which is a really awesome editor. You guys can download it for free and use the unregistered version as much as you like. They'll prompt you to get registered, but besides the point, here we go into our code. So we're just going to prompt the user for an integer. And we're going to get that from them and put it into X. Oops. Okay. So the idea is pretty much this. However, this is unprotected. What if they put in a B, or a C, or some character when we expect it to be a number? It's going to crash the program. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a failsafe around it and do that by using a while loop. You don't have to do it this way, but this is how I do it. This is the simplest way that makes sense to me. So you could use for loop, you could use a do while loop, or whatever. We're just going to be looping around, and we're going to check for if cin failed. And if cin failed, that means that we did not get a number when we expected a number. That because of this integer data type, it can tell if this was a character that they put in, it's going to fail. So to clear a fail state, first we want to do is to use cin.ignore. Actually, I'm going to do something else first. I'm going to use cin.clear, which will clear the fail state. Then I'm going to use cin.ignore, so I spelled that wrong. Ignore. And here I'm just going to be using two parameters. You don't have to use parameters at all. The first one is how many characters do I want to clear? I want to clear 80 characters. And now I'm just going to say to the new line, so go until the new line, and just to make sure everything is cleared out of the cin buffer, and start over. So otherwise, if I do else here, that means that the number they put in, or the input that we got, was a number. So we're just going to break from this loop, and down here we're going to display your let's just display their number. Alright, so this is just a simple example of how we can do some error handling for the wrong type of data that the user puts in. So we're going to save that and build it. Oh. Seems like I've got some errors. Oh, actually, we got to close this before this will work. Okay. Alright. Now let's see if that, alright, builds. Now let's run it and see what we get. So now it wants an integer. What if I put in a number or a word? Just anything that's not an integer, it'll keep looping around until I do give it an integer. Now my number is that much. So this is a way that you can make sure and guarantee that your user puts in the right data. If not, it'll just keep prompting them. So it's pretty useful, pretty handy coding in C++. So I hope you guys liked the example, and keep watching the videos. Thanks.